Hello, Hungry for Hope and Faith cooking friends and family. I have the sweetest thing to share with y'all today. I told my kinders if they had a favorite recipe that they wanted Mrs. Garrett to make for them, that I would make it for them and give them a shout out on my food page. So y'all, this recipe is coming from Sweet Charlotte. This is her family's favorite spaghetti bake, y'all. Okay, let's get this recipe from my sweet student Charlotte started. She asks me every day if I've made this spaghetti bake. So here you go, honey. I'm gonna brown up 1 pound of lean ground beef. To my pot, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon or so of butter and olive oil, just a little drizzle of olive oil. Now that's an improv from Charlotte's recipe. She did not add the butter or the olive oil, but I am going to add that because butter is my secret ingredient, y'all. I am gonna hit mine with a little seasoning. I'm doing some Greek all-purpose seasoning and salt and pepper. Little Char has another ingredient coming your way. Once your meat is browned, if you need to drain off any excess grease, you can. The little bit I have is flavor, honey, so I'm not touching mine. According to Charlotte, we are to then add a package of ranch seasoning, like the little dry ranch packets, and mix all that goodness right on in there. You're gonna add in 23 ounces of your favorite jarred pasta sauce. I'm using a marinara. This is already smelling so good, Charlotte. I did put a little smidge of water in the pasta jar just to get all of it out of there. Sister says we need to add a brick of cream cheese next. So I'm gonna add that in there and just let it melt into this sauce while we work on our noodles. Okay, to some hot boiling, very heavily salted water, I'm going to boil up a pound of pasta. Are y'all team break your noodles or leave them long? I am definitely team leave them long, honey. As your noodles are boiling, you're just gonna kind of come over here and babysit your sauce and just slowly incorporate that cream cheese. What I love about this recipe too is not only have I been Charlotte's teacher, I was her big sister May's teacher. So hi, May. And they got this recipe from another one of my students that I taught, Kyler. I taught him 3rd grade. And so it's a little bit of a shout out to Kyler, May, and Charlotte. Whenever I cook with pasta or potatoes, I always save about 2 cups of the starchy water. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But I always love having it on hand in case I need to thin out my sauce. It's just magic to me, so I wouldn't skip this step. My trick though is that you just add it little at a time, so slowly. Drain your noodles and then carefully add those noodles right into all that yummy sauce. Y'all, this looks perfect and I've already snuck a bite. It is delicious. So I did not add any pasta water to this particular batch. Now I'm going to transfer it to a 13 by 9 or larger dish. For those of you who do want to use some of your pasta water just because it is magical, you could just take a little schmidgy and just pour it a little bit all over the casserole. You don't want to drench it. Really, for me, I've learned pasta water a little at a time is what makes it magical. So again, little by little, add a little bit. Don't drench it. Let that pasta absorb all that good starchiness. I just kind of take some tongs, mix it all together, and do this a couple times before you pop it into the 350-degree oven. Oh my gracious, y'all, it's so good I can't stop eating it. All right, I have one confession. Charlotte said I needed mozzarella cheese, and my mozzarella cheese did not come in my grocery order. So I'm gonna pivot on the cheese just because I'll have to use what I've got. I have a Fiesta blend, and we're gonna go with it. But before I add my cheese, I'm gonna go ahead and bake it first. So I'm gonna do about 15 minutes at 350. Oh my gracious, y'all. One thing about the spaghetti bake that you have to try to control is not to eat it directly out of the pan as you're making it. All right, when I do not shred my own cheese, I always add the cheese last because I feel like it makes it get just too crunchy and crispy. And so my pasta bake has been going at 350 for a good 20 minutes. Now I'm gonna go in and add, Char says mozzarella, but Wally World did not bring me my mozzarella, so I'm going in with the Fiesta blend. It'll be just fine. Cheese is cheese, honey. And then just pop this right back into the oven for a good minute or so till it gets ooey gooey, cheesy, delicious. And that is all there is to it, cooking friends and family. Y'all, this is so good. Charlotte, thank you for sharing this with me. I love that I taught your sister May, so this technically is a shout out to May too. And I love that y'all got this recipe from Kyler, who I taught in 3rd grade. So thank you, Kyler, for passing this recipe from your family to Charlotte's family and now to my family. That is one thing I love about cooking, is you always share the recipe, because you know what? That's how your cooking lives on, honey. God bless y'all.